We've all been there. Our team is trickling. We've lost the past 5 games and we're getting stomped out. Everybody is playing DPS and there's only one healer. It has been a bad Overwatch day. Hi, I'm PrettyBoyJack, and this happened to me recently. The truth is, we all have bad days, and they suck. It's easy to begin blaming others, getting angry, and rage quitting. But there are other ways of dealing with bad days. So, here are 5 tips to coping with bad Overwatch days. Tip number 1, reframing. Reframing is taking a look at your situation from another point of view. For instance, when you were in school and you got a C- on a test, it might feel like the end of the world and that all was lost, but then you begin reframing. This could look like telling yourself, well, I got a B+ on my last test, and I still have 2 more tests to go before the semester is over. Or you could tell yourself, I'm not very good at this, but I am great at other things. Reframing our situation causes us to see the real logic in what our emotions are getting wrapped up in. This does not negate what we are feeling, but instead causes us to examine where we are and what we are really upset about. We can then focus on other more productive things than being upset. So, what does this have to do with Overwatch? Well, when I was having a bad day recently, I started falling into the same bad habits of getting mad at the team and upset that I was losing a lot of games. But then I began reframing. I remember that I was playing quick play, and that this is just a game, and that we all have bad days. That then freed me to realize that this was a perfect chance to practice positioning and my aim in a live fire exercise. And something magical happened. I started playing better. I felt better. Our team still lost, but at this point, I didn't care. I was learning the game and having fun all because I reframed my situation. Now, reframing is a great technique. However, it doesn't always work out so well. Sometimes it's hard to see the positives in our situation, and continuing down that path just continues to feed those negative emotions and thoughts, and we go full tilt. At this point, it's time for tip number 2, take a break. Now, when I say take a break, I don't always mean that you have to stop playing Overwatch. Maybe you are upset that no one on your team seems to have any grasp of teamwork while you are playing in quick play. You could take a break and go play in the arcade. You could go to the practice range and do tracking and aiming drills. The idea behind taking a break is to distance yourself from the negativity and the environment that was feeding it to you in the first place. If you can do this playing Overwatch, great. If not, think about switching over to another game for a bit. Maybe step away from the computer and go outside. Do something to break away from the bad environment that is making you mad. However, sometimes you can't just take a break. You're so upset that you need tip number 3, take a break and walk away. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pretty boy, how am I ever going to get good if I don't play? The answer lies with how you play. Playing badly or angrily or on tilt is not productive. Odds are you're not being a productive teammate and you're practicing bad habits. The truth is, sometimes it's good to walk away. Time heals all wounds. You will find this helps a lot to embrace in life, if not just in Overwatch. Stepping away from the game helps your brain to digest what went wrong. After you have calmed down, you can evaluate honestly what was happening. Were you being a good teammate? Was it just bad matchmaking? Maybe you're just having an off day. Taking a break and walking away helps recharge the batteries and allows you not to practice making bad plays by removing you from a toxic environment. It also allows you space to miss Overwatch. This will cause you to want to come back and play and start you off on the right foot because you will want to be there. Tip number 4, realize winning isn't everything. This tip is actually one of the hardest for me to swallow, as I'm very competitive, but it is a skill that I'm trying to grow in. This tip is rooted in what you want to get out of playing any game and is derived by how you feel value. For instance, I can play a really close game of Overwatch, lose, and still feel good because the game was really close. I can respect that our teams were equally matched and that the other team just played a little better than us. Or, if I'm playing my hero really well and doing my job perfectly, I can take satisfaction in that even though we lost. Granted, it's still important to analyze what went wrong so that we can keep improving, But a loss does not have to be disastrous. It is important to learn what is fun about the game so you can chase that as a reward for improved play. Tip number 5. Check yourself, don't wreck yourself. None of these tips are effective unless your decision making is, which is why I've saved this tip for last. You can know that you need to take a break and step away, but if you don't have the willpower to make you do it, the knowledge is not impacting your behavior. When you start getting upset or you have a couple losses, be chill. Get out of the playlist. Evaluate what you need to do. If you are playing with a group or a friend, pull out of the game and just chat for a bit. Give yourself and your team time to get their heads right if you're coming off of consecutive losses. Your mental health in any sport has to be managed. The same goes for Overwatch. So, in summary, reframe your situation. What is really going on? What is the value of losing? Is that really a big deal? Take a break, and if necessary, take a break and walk away. Realize that winning isn't everything. Find your fun in the game and check yourself before you wreck yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if these tips helped you. You can follow me on Twitter here. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm PrettyBoyJack, and I'll see you next time.